And then one more person. Oh, I heard my voice.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Thank
working.
you. Thank you.
I'll turn it off now, okay?
What was that? You're going to turn it off? Yeah.
Yes.
That's great. Actually, Sunny, did I hear you last year too? Yeah. I did. Yeah, now I recognize you. Oh, good. I look forward to hearing you again. Hi there. I don't recognize anybody behind masks. I'm Midori. What's your name?
Sumi. I'm Midori.
Hi. How are you? then Sunny was here. Ooh, my voice just got loud all of a sudden. Sunny's here and she'll play next. And is Lindsay here? Hi, Lindsay. So you're Beethoven, yeah? Great. And then we'll do the two remote people, Jack and Liam will go to the end. Is that Oliver? Hi, nice to meet you in person. All these people are in my pedagogy class, but I haven't seen you in the same room yet. Okay, so whenever you're ready. Does anybody know what Jocelyn's playing? Do you want to yell it out to them?
Hi, I'm Jocelyn. I will be playing Mozart Piano Sonata number 14, K457 in C minor.
sure if you were playing the whole sonata, but this is good. This gives us a few minutes. So I think I'll talk to you from this side. Yeah, wonderful. Really very exciting playing, and lots of imagination and good color and good orchestration. I think today if we can work a little bit more on giving yourself a little bit more time to breathe between phrases. I can hear your musical intention to change the color and change the orchestration for the next phrase, but sometimes you barrel straight through. So I think just capitalizing. So actually when you came around back to the recapitulation, it was better. So the fermata, and then you started again, and you just give it a little bit more space. So you're sort of filling the hall a little bit more. Yeah? I like the opening very much. It's authoritative. What are you thinking? With Mozart, I often think of either chamber music or symphony or opera or overture. What do you have? What do you think of when you start this? How do you get the energy for that big C minor dramatic opening?
I think it's like the whole strings.
Say that again louder.
The whole strings playing together.
The whole strings, did you say? So it's kind of a big symphonic, yeah, that's good. So even more drama, I think, in the opening. I think of this also maybe as an overture, like an orchestral overture that's preparing the opera. So lots of breath, and let's take it from the top. Nice, very nice. Sorry, very good. I liked it, very good. So there's an opening that's and then the flute or something in the right. Can you just point the fingers just a little bit more in the ornament and get just a little bit more sparkle so you can send it out. The piano is great, just a really nice color. Yeah, so it's just taking that, it's not even that much more space, but you're just taking a moment to bring your attention to the flute or whatever it is that you want. It was very nice. So just at that moment, the forte. So can you give us a little bit more cello? Just at the beginning. Doga, 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 doga. Just to help you with that forte, so we get the forte piano. So you can use the orchestral instruments to help you there. Yeah, good. It's hard, it's right. So get your cellos ready. I'm not sure, see if you can balance, because your right hand G, see if you balance with a little bit more left hand there, and a little less right hand, still forte, but just hear the doga. So we hear like the doga, 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 then the violins, da, dee, da. Good. Okay, so this is the idea. So I can hear your musical intentions, and I want them even more. So play for me just the G. Can you do doga, doga, doga? Just let me hear that, the bass. Yeah, just the left hand. Let me hear doga. Yeah, and just think of the poor cellos have been sitting back there, and they get doga, doga, diga, diga, diga. Yeah, yes. Okay, then can you play not the first G, but the E flat. Dee, da, dee, da, dee. That's it. A little bit more sparkle to the top on the E flat. Yeah. Can you hear it? Everybody nod. Thank you so much. Good. They can hear it. Yeah. So the more that you can do, because we're here, right? And see how far away they are. They're so far away. So if you want to convey it, you have to kind of get in their space. So you get doga, doga, diga, dee. Okay, one more time from there. Good girl. So the trick is, though, so this is where it gets, so that when you went doga, 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 so the cellists got really excited, but they're not allowed to keep playing forte. So you have to kind of go doga doga diga 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 so that we hear more top here and then more top there. Yeah? Good. Yes! Sorry. I scared her. Yeah. See, I want to have that. You made me wait for just a minute. Dee-da-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da. Da! Sorry, yelling again. But yeah, that's what we want to hear, right? So that it's like the character pops out. Okay, really good, very good. Okay, so if we're going to be picky, we can always be more picky, right? So I love this doga doga, the first one. You forgot this one though. Where's the other one? Oh, this one. Oh no, this one. Right? Can you see? And then here you can have, it's like give cellos sometimes the da 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 da. Yeah? Okay, one more time from there and I promise I won't yell. Yes, that's nice. Everybody else nodding. Oh, I'm not supposed to come around here, sorry, I keep forgetting about that. This was a spot. So the B flat, D, F, B flat, D, breathe, change. So preparing the finger, what finger are you playing on the G at the piano?
I did the thumb.
What was that?
I did the thumb.
You did the thumb? Well, it can be the thumb, you just have to prepare it with a sound. So it's like from that moment you're passing the solo to that thumb then. Yep. Okay, can you do from the forte, the C minor? Da, ba, ba, ba. Good, it was good. So you prepared the thumb, but then it hit a little bit. So what you want the violinist to do is to prepare the bow, but not hit. You want to sing that sound. So you have to enter a little bit more gently, but the preparation was good. It just kind of popped a little bit. So already you're breathing more, and I guess that makes sense. The first time you play through the piece, it feels a little bit breathless, but it's really nice when you have the melody and then you pass to the next. So it's literally you're passing to the next soloist and then back to the next soloist. So I stopped you right there. You've got forte, B natural, C, D flat, then I think you lose some energy in your fingers. We don't want it to be loud and clangy, but I think we want it to have energy. So sustain the energy there. Yeah? Can you go? Yeah. Breathe. Good. It was good. So you just have to breathe, then energy. So not energy in the rest, but energy in the notes after the rest. good. Yeah, it's just, so keep bringing that kind of color. So I have a couple of questions for you in that last passage. I really like the da-ga-da, 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 da-ga-da. So it wasn't louder, but it had more energy in the fingers. Then I wonder, so that's 2 bars of that, and then when you have the dee-da, 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 can you change the sound? So you have the energy before, and then what's different in the dee-da, 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 dee? I can't hear a thing through this thing. I can see her moving her. Say it again, louder.
It's
More legato. So I think that's what we want to do. So it's about paint strokes and then exaggerating the pops. And so do that again for me, the da-ga-da, 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 da-da, and then do-a-dee-da-dee-da-dee. So you're passing from, you can imagine the sort of da-ga-da, 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 to dee-a-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da-dee. Nice. That's it. So just hitting that forte was great. So the 2 note slurs are lovely and charming. Ta-tia, 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 ta-tia. So then the last tia-da-dum, ya-da-da-da-da. So I feel like you don't quite prepare that first forte. You kind of go dee-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So the forte starts kind of on the second 8th note. So just take a moment to go forte, right on that. Yeah? Good, it is good, it's very good. So it's almost like in preparing an energy finger, what happens is often it comes too early, right? Because you send in a lot of energy and then the finger goes. So you have to kind of plan it. So save the energy till the last minute and then do one more time. Good girl. Good. That forte was great. Did you hear it? Yeah, it was just, so it's all about planning and kind of sending your fingers in the same way. Okay, it's really good. I liked the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's the last 8 bars of this. I wonder if you could be, and I can tell you're doing shading, but it seems a little bit shy. So shading means, so can you tell me just dynamically after dom, pum, 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 we've arrived at the E flat, and then da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So sorry about my singing. It's not really singing, but you sort of know where I'm. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So then tell me a little bit about the dynamic shading that you're thinking about, because I think I hear it, but I want you to be even more clear. Yeah, it's in the last 8 bars. What do you think? Okay.
The next part still brings out more.
Okay. So there's sort of so if you can think of this sort of more operatically, I think that would help. And so if it's sort of if that's what you want. And it's like you can play around with, you could do it other ways. You could do 2 forte, you could do 2 piano, you could do 2 forte, a piano and a forte. The idea is, but just making it really clear for us, because we'll believe you. We will believe you. I like it. It's more clear. The only one that I'm having trouble with is your last piano. So you went forte, piano, forte, and then you went piano, and you went, oh, shoot, I need to end this phrase in forte. So you have to kind of make that plan. Okay. Is that clear? So I would keep the last 2 forte. Okay. Yeah. And again, a little bit more space to set the piano, a little bit more space to set the forte, and then keep the energy all the way through. Very nice. Maybe a little less on the ritardando at the very end. Just, I like the idea, but it's like think it and not too much. The piano does it already for you. Okay, so one more time through that transition and then. Again, it's on the timing of it. You know, when you get da da da, this was great. Da dum bum bum bum, right? Then sometimes these, because you're kind of sending lots of energy to the bass, they come a little too early. So think of that, and I think that's what makes your playing so exciting when we hear you, is you've got all of this energy flying all over the place. So remember that, and sometimes wait. Da, dun, dun. So there's not da, dun, dun, so that it doesn't get breathless. Yeah. Can you do just that same thing again, through just the end of the... So that's another one, right? So you finished, that was great timing. Breathe. So it's preparing, what finger there on the A flat? 3? Yeah. So it's like it's getting that violinist ready. And as a conductor, you would look over at that violinist and go, hey, you ready, ready, ready now. Okay. There's another one. I'm going to stop you. Because they're so good when you prepare them, now I'm going to stop you at every one. So sometimes they feel like, like a conductor, and then you go, now your turn, and then your turn, and then sometimes you go. And that's what we want to always prepare it so that we get that nice. Yeah, it's good though. It's really good. So it means you have to be ahead a little bit. Your ears and your mind have to be conducting ahead. Yeah? One more time from the top of that. That's a girl. It's just going to be, that's the idea. You were preparing, and it's just that they weren't ready. The third finger wasn't ready. It's okay. Do it again. It's really good. Can we just do this once? Can you just do the right hand? Wait. Left hand. And see if you can really listen to that line from the right hand. Again, it still feels to me like you enter here just a notch too early. Because you're busy with the running eighth notes. So I want to hear just the right hand to the left hand to the right hand to the right hand to the right hand. Breathe and listen. Next and next and there. That's a phrase, and it feels like it unfolds. And it doesn't feel breathless. That was really good. The only harmony that I wasn't quite prepared for. Can you do the first 4 bars of that again? I just wasn't ready for the D major, so meaning that you weren't ready for the D major. Ready and. Ready and. Yeah, it is. That's it. Yeah, so you hear the harmony before. Sometimes it sounds a little surprising, and that's because we didn't prepare that next. Okay. go ahead from there and just play for just a minute more, and then we'll prepare. Prepare. Ready? Ready? Keep going. Da-ba-ba. Atta girl. Okay, excellent. Thank you so much. That was fantastic. Okay, next. I was told I had to be on time. It's like, so I apologize for continuing to look at my watch, but I'll get in trouble from Lydia if I'm late. So this is, whoops, oh, ouch. This is Sunny and McIntyre.
Hello everyone, my name is Sunny, and today I will be performing for you A Wild Innocence by McIntyre. This piece is essentially a reflection of, I guess, the creative process of composing music and of performing it. And in McIntyre's own words, it is this search for a state of balance between total control versus total freedom, or a place of wild innocence that allows the performer and creator of music to really be free in what they choose to do with it. And yeah, so you can see well, you'll be able to hear in the piece how the two different contrasting characters kind of develop a dialogue with each other to create something that is sometimes childlike and playful and obedient, and other times very wild and passionate, but always within some kind of rhythmic structure with a direction. And it makes it a very fun piece to play, and hopefully a fun piece to listen to.
Great. very exciting. Free, abandon, you get a huge sound, and she's breathing heavily. It's hard to play with a mask, isn't it? It's hard to catch her, but good job. Really, really enjoyed that. So if I have anything to say, I think I'm going to try it from here this time. I'm going to try it from different places. Can you say something to me and let me hear if I can hear you? Say hi. Hi, Midori.
Hi.
Yeah, I can hear you much better. Can I move this over a little bit just so that you have a little bit more protection? No. No, apparently not. Okay. Yeah, so if I have anything to say, I think it's similar to what I was talking with Jocelyn, and that is to give yourself just a little bit more time to prepare the next character. Because sometimes it happens, and it you know, because you're running on this lots of adrenaline. So if anything, it's just sort of popping those kinds of things. There is a temptation, so the rhythmic pulse is actually really important. So I want to feel always, that even in as it gains energy, just so that it doesn't get faster. So I think and that will actually give you more, it's a kind of illusion of more explosive abandon if you kind of can have this rhythmic control. So, so a question, I did feel like you started to move the tempo through there. Is that deliberate? So it started to get a little bit faster as the crescendo happens, and it's not a bad idea, but I just wanted to know if like you planned that or if it just happened with energy today.
I think I like planned a little bit, but like not a lot.
Okay, so not a lot. If you can do it as subtly as possible. So it's like when you're playing for an audience, you want them to think that it's in this rhythmic pulse, and it might feel like, but you don't want them to feel like they're being pulled ahead. So if you can just kind of it's kind of like rein the horses back as the forte goes. Because actually, if you can do that, the forte is more powerful, right? Because if you get pulled forward, it loses its impact. So the character in the opening was delightful and playful, maybe a little bit more top. Just a little bit more sparkle, because this piano will sparkle right to the top. Why don't you go ahead and start? Good. I like the second G. It went pop, pop. I could hear pop, so ta-da. So it's just preparing the finger. Yes. Was better. So I can tell, you can feel it, right? Where you're kind of being pulled, but if you can control, is more exciting. Yeah, good, much better. I like the voicing very much. You see the little sparkle? So even in piano, I like to ping things. So even if it's piano, and as long as I keep the left hand, okay, I love my iPad except when it doesn't do what I need it to do. Go to the back. Yeah, there we go. So, so this is where. Oh, so you gave us a lot of sparkle in the top. So this is the down to the bass, and I know it's really muddy down there, but listen. So see if you can prepare the fingers. So it's so it's like this rumble that we can hear because and then it goes. So we can really hear those differences. Can you try again? That's it. So it's, I think, it's the taka, it's the G. There it is. It's the G and the A flat, the E flat. That's it. That's it. Good. Very awake. Whoops, what is that? Okay, go ahead. Oh, that's it. Da, 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 go, ba, ga, da. See if you can control. Oh, da, ga, ga, da, ga. That a girl. Very good. Can you do even more of a pesante when you get there? So for me, this is, I agree that it gets more and more wild. For me, I think if you just controlled it a little bit more, and give the energy in every finger, and I can't scat that quickly, but yeah, can you go from there? That's it. Good, good, good. So I can hear da, but it's often when ja, pa, ka, da, I lose the triple. Is it as triples? Yeah. That's it. Can I hear da, ga, da, ta? It's the ta that I don't hear always. That's it. That's it. That's it. Yeah. So it's like the cross rhythm that makes us kind of, yeah, good girl. Even that too, if you could try, not to rush, just humor me today. So, yeah, that was great. Yeah, now there's intensity. So, okay, one more time for that. That was super exciting. And then it sounds secco to me because I hear the That's it. Can you pretend right there so I feel the dynamic, but I don't feel that you're heavy, like, I know you only weigh, like, I don't know, 85 pounds, but you need to feel, so can you do just the, is there a retardando before the pesante? No, she says, I don't think there is. So I wonder if that might make a bigger impact. So, where you drive to the ja, so then it's like this real heavy. Can you go from the molto marcato? Good. Can you try one thing for me? That's good. Can you pretend that's the end of the piece? So to the fortissimo, and just stop up there. Do you know what I mean? Because I want you to just da 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 ta ta and just end. Thank you very much. I'm finished. Just because I want you to really nail it, and then da da da. I think you have more time after than you think. So yeah, do again. And stop. That's better. That's better. But actually, I want you to stop up there as if that's the end. Pretend it's the end of the piece and really like sell it. That's it. I still didn't hear the last note though. That's it. So yeah, actually go to it. I think it's the only one that you hit and come away before you've even played. Dun dee dee ta ta. And just kind of be there until you hear it ring. Yeah, do you see how you still pull away? It's because you're so used to jumping before you finished. So I think you have to rewire the brain to really ring out that last chord. One more time. it a few times. Just that's better. And ring, I still feel like you pull in instead of bum. I can't find the chord. Bum, bum, bum. Yes, better. Play just the last chord. Just the last chord. Yeah, just a few times. Just kind of ring, ring. Yeah, that's it. That's it. And feel it come off. Come off the. Come off the jump. Yeah, that's it. Ring, 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 ring. That's it. That's it. That's the idea. Yeah, that's the idea. I think because you're so worried about getting down there, you have forgotten to allow that fortissimo to ring out. And then the pesante can just kind of, all right, so don't worry about anything I said and take it one more time from here, but give yourself that space to ring and then pesante. Yeah, that's better. If you can do just that last bit, again, without the retardando, if it's possible. Just, so what I think what I'm thinking is if you can just drive to the last chord and then pesante. And what you do is you retardando to the last chord and then start the pesante earlier than you need to. So you'll have to kind of think about that, see if it's, yeah, but you know what I mean? Drive, then start. Okay, very nice leggero. So I think in some of this, sometimes it's like these middle notes that could have a little bit more of a pearl-like, and it makes everything sound leggero. Sometimes you hear like, and I know that's an accent, but if, you know, and you can hear the, so this was great. So a little bit more tops on anything that's sort of thick textured like that, and that will give a sense of more kind of clarity in the sound. From there. Good. So in that middle, it's in the middle range, and this piano is hard to make that. Yes, sorry, I was saying yes. You ignore me. Yes. Very nice. So then it's from forte, and then it goes to delicato. And what's hard, it's again, I think I was talking with Jocelyn about preparing that first finger, so that you get so you get just the sound on that A sharp. What finger are you using? Yeah. So that's just getting. Yes, yeah, and then it's pops to the end, to the back. That's it. Yeah, so do you see how it takes a moment to prepare? And I think that's okay. So you've seen conductors, right? You've seen in symphonies, and you know, if you notice, they never do this. It's like there's dit, and you finish, dum, and they always take the minute to bring the cello in. Now, ready? The flute. So there's always this moment as the conductor organizes, then the flute just waits. They don't just kind of keep going. They wait until, so I think it's the same thing. Prepare that finger. Prepare the bass. And prepare. Okay, great. One more time on that. It's very good. So I'm here. Duh, duh. So when I say control, it's actually not a great word to use because what it does is it makes us kind of tight because you go control. But I want you to think of it more like a conductor when they go da, 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 da. They don't do this. So just be aware that you can do it with just the finger, da, 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 and keep this a little bit more free, right? Just so that you don't get kind of tied into the excitement. Okay, it's very, very good. Can you try that one more time? And then right here, that too is, I don't think you need to rush that. So feel finger. Okay, so one more time. It from there, and it's feel, is it thumb that your, is your thumb, yeah? Yeah. So feel the ring so that you don't feel it from here, but bum. That was great. Yeah? You feel it? And there's real energy. So the energy is kind of in the finger instead of kind of tied up into the body. And then you can play. It's like puppets. Then you can run these. Okay? Very good. Thank you so much. Bravo. Great. And then we have some Beethoven and Lindsay. Hi.
Composed in 1798 to 19.
many nice things. So, you're doing the whole sonata, yeah?
Just the second.
And I mean, not today, I know, but you're playing the whole thing?
I'm just completing sonatas that only played the first movement.
Oh, how funny. Good for you. You're completing all of your, that's a good bucket list thing to do. Okay, good job. Very nice. Lots of nice charm, lots of good characters, and you're all actually making my job a lot easier, thank you. And that is that I think your musical intentions are there, and I would like to just play out a little bit more with just more of the characters that you're thinking, yeah? So let's start with the second movement, and I think, iPads, there it is. So again, I think as pianists, what we have the great privilege that we can play so many notes at one time, but we also have the great responsibility of all of this opportunity and possibility. And so I think, in terms of voicing and using your fingers and really knowing, so it's really similar, so I kind of keep repeating the same thing, but what we were talking with Sunny and with Jocelyn, the idea of preparing the finger and getting to, sometimes I'm missing your bass. I would like to hear more of your cello, and just sort of a solo cellist. Your violin is quite nice, but I'd like to hear a little bit more dialogue in this. Maybe, what do you think of this movement, the second movement, in terms of, is it chamber music, is it symphony, is it, I always think of other than piano. I love my piano, but I always think of, other things. So what do you think of this movement? Maybe chamber. I think so too. There's an intimacy, right? So then you can also play around with, so essentially there's a detached touch through all of this. So are you thinking of all the detached touches as the same, or is there more possibility? Probably. There's probably always more possibility, and maybe that's what I would want to play around with, because like a pizzicato. So if a cellist has a pizzicato line, they never play blunk, 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 right? They would go boom, go, boom, boom, ga, boom, ga, boom, ba, beep, boom. So there's sort of different kinds of plucking. So I think that's maybe what you could do even more to bring some color. So let's take it from the beginning. I was singing that too fast, but so, and the character is what? What do you want us to feel from the very moment, the very first moment that you start with this? What was that, sorry?
Bubbly, joyful.
Gentle, did you say?
Joyful or bubbly.
Sorry, I can't hear you at all. Can you yell?
Joyful.
Joyful. So there's something joyful, but it's not outwardly joyful, right? There's something, it's kind of a peaceful. Yeah, so if it feels warm somehow. Yeah, okay, let's take it from the beginning. Cello to there, then to there, then that's it. So I'm hearing a little bit more cello now, right? Just to remember that it's just sometimes the long notes are kind of nice, and also I like the melodic when it went down to the bass. Yeah, that was nice. Can I hear a little bit more? A little bit on G, 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 C. Yes. Bass and do, ba, go. And cello on the half note. Good. Do, ba, da. Cello on the half note. Do, ba, and da. Breathe. Prepare. Girl. Yeah, it's nice. It's really nice. So I can hear now you're preparing some things. So this is gorgeous. This is really lovely how you really make that legato. And around here, it's like my ear is wanting something else at that point, because I heard this beautiful soprano line, violin. So maybe bring something else. You know what I mean? It's like just when we think, oh, then we hear something else and our attention goes here. And the violin keeps going, but then now it's just a nice duet. So do one more time from there. And then on. Yes! That's it. That's it. Keep going. Yeah. That's it. Yes. So is a staccato on a regular note the same as a staccato on a sforzando? I actually don't know. I'm just asking. What do you think? Probably not is usually the answer. Probably there's something else. So I don't know if you can make it somehow ring a little bit, but because yours is still ba. So it's like short and sforzando, but I think it can have a, sort of a little bit more of a deeper bow. Can you try? Yes, I like that. And then the other question that I always ask is if there's a sforzando and then a sforzando and a sforzando and a sforzando, are they all the same? Probably not. I love you. She's just saying probably not. And so yeah, I think do. So give us some shape on that. Yeah. Now, what voice do you want us to hear in the next? Yeah. So get that ready, right? Yeah. Nice. Yeah, that's better. So it's like I thought that's what you wanted before, but I now I can hear it better. And I think it's about preparing it. It's looking at the viola or whoever that is. Yeah, the poor viola. The cellist and the violist never get the solo, but give it to them. The ending was lovely. Sforzando, nice, right? Because there's sort of a nice. Can you do just the last two bars? Because I want to hear how you prepare the next variation. It was very nice. Can you do it in the same pulse, though? So it's like it was really musical and really lovely, but if it sags, it's a little hard for us to stay up. So keep the line going. Yeah, very nice. One last time. Yes. Connect to E, D, C, B, A. Nice. Good. So just around there, my ear wanted something else. So it's kind of, I'm in some ways, I can be helpful because I'm easily bored. So I'm actually a good practicer because I play about 4 bars and then I'm bored, so I have to find something else to. So that's what I think I would do gorgeous for 4 bars. Then give us a different melody. Something else that we're, and I felt like you were starting to do the middle, so the viola, I guess that would be, this was the cello and this would be the viola. So really give us the viola, show us the cello passing the line to the viola. Yeah, that transition was gorgeous, very nice. Okay, do that one more time and then we'll just jump a little bit to the last movement too. Remember the pulse though, remember it's musical, it's great, but keep the pure pulse. Yeah, it's just a different color. And so it's like move it around. And you can change it every time you play it and surprise yourself. Okay, it's really, really, really nice. So these kinds of sforzandos, these are the other ones. Just think about what kind of bow is that? And are they all the same? probably not, okay, so let's jump. Sorry we didn't have more time. So this is good. I just would like a little bit more sparkle. I think it's just, with the, there's something about the 3/8 time, right? And that it's kind of a surprising downbeat. So it's kind of like a will-o'-the-wisp. It's sort of da-dee-da, da-dee-dee, da-dee-dee, da-dee, so that we want to a little bit more sparkle. You've got a nice piano sound, but I want piano with just a little more finger. Yeah, just to kind of send it out so Peter can hear it back there, way at the top. Sparkles. Okay, take from the beginning. That was better. Can you just a little bit more finger focus, which was great. I was saying this is so I want to hear this, that too. This so it's like these pops of sound in the staccatos. Yeah, do it one more time. Very nice. So say the same kind of thing again. So around here, I want to hear dee da da da, do boop boop go. Just to bring a little bit, because after a little while, the sparkle, it's been great, and then we want a different color. But that's the idea. That's the idea. Can you just play that last bit after the fermata? That's what's right. Yeah, that's 1, 2, 3, 1. Da da dee da dee dee. Yeah, because you want us to wait. Like what? Da da dee da dee dee da dee. Yeah. So it was like I think you started. I don't know. You missed something. I can't remember what it was. Okay, from here, bing, bum, bum, and rest. Okay. Yes. Good. There's charm in the rest. Yeah, it's really, really nice. Okay, good. I think I'm really sorry, but I have to move on. But thank you. It was really terrific playing. Ah! I'm falling apart. Okay. Okay, great. Now we go remote, right? And where are the remote people? How are y'all doing? Hanging in there? Oh, there they are. Oh, hi, Vivian. So this is, I believe, is it Jack? What? Which one what? Oh, Jack. Would you do Jack and Pagod, please? Sure. Thank you. Sorry about that, Peter. I don't even know where to look. Is it here? Oh, there it is. Okay. Shh. Jack. Where is Jack? I mean, I know he's there, but what was that? So there's Jack there. Where do I actually talk to Jack? Oh my gosh, there's something echoing. Is that me? Should I step back? Okay. Hi, Jack. Beautiful. Many beautiful things. This is so weird. I don't know where to look. Where's actually the zoom? So I see Jack's big face. You're bigger than I expected. But where's the actual zoom? Is it over there? So if I want to, hi Jack, beautiful. And I'm going to lower this so that, there we go. Very, very beautiful things. Oh, it's so weird to talk to, I'll pretend I'm talking to Peter. Sensitive, very colorful, lots of really imaginative ideas, and this is so weird. I have a challenge for you. Oh, yuck, it's me. I'm hearing myself, Peter. Is there any way for me not to hear myself? Is that okay? Great.
Can Jack hear you?
Jack, can you hear me? Can you still hear me, Jack? No?
I'm afraid you're going to have to turn the mic on a bit for you. I'll turn it down though.
Okay, that would be great. Sorry about that. Okay, so I started to say lots of beautiful colors, Jack. Sensitive, really musical, and I have a challenge for you, is I would like to see if we can work with a pure rhythmic pulse. So I don't like talking about rhythmic pulse with WC because it makes it seem too restrictive, but if you can think of pulse as kind of a silk thread that carries all the way from beginning to end. And so you do, I like your instincts, like your breathing instincts, but if you can do just a little bit more pure, stay more pure to the line. Let's take the opening. So what do you think of when you're starting this off? What's your image that, I mean, you have a title to work with. What's your image?
So for me, it's very, it's like a landscape. Like I almost imagine like Indonesian, like a mountain range in Indonesia, because obviously it's based on the gamelan. So I'm just trying to like paint that picture right from the start in those 2-bar intro.
Okay, that's really beautiful, and I completely agree with you. Do you hear anything, when I hear this, I hear sort of an ancient sound, so to me it doesn't, I agree with the landscape, but to me there's sort of an ancient timelessness. And so I wonder if you can think of that a little bit more. And in this ancient timelessness, that's what just sort of, your performance is almost too earthy. Like you're really feeling the emotion, and it's almost like I'd like you to sit back and really allow this ancient, absolutely stunning landscape to unfold. And all you have to do is to reveal the colors. And so that's why you don't need to do quite as much rubato. Just see if you can just allow it to unfold. The colors are all there, and it sort of requires you to be a little bit more patient and to just allow the music to unfold. Let's try it. Good, Jack. Yeah, good, Jack. So I know it's not as much fun, I think, for you. It's like you want to kind of, so there's a happy medium in between, I think. Because what I loved is that you were so invested the first time that you played it. And this time, sorry, I tied your hands behind your back. But I think there's something in between where you kind of trust that. So really think of it as just you're allowing the landscape to go. It's maybe overall the tempo is like that much too fast. Just like that much, barely. So just kind of if you can breathe and just sit back, be wise, become a 97-year-old sage, and you've lived this life. Can you take it one more time? It's nice. Just give yourself a little bit more space, but it's just this pure rhythm that unfolds. That's it, Jack. Yeah. Can you try something right from the beginning? Before you start, have you ever taken any conducting? Have you ever done any conducting classes?
No, very little.
Okay, but so before, I want you to just hear the dom, bum, pi, ga, dom, gum, pi, ga, dom, poka, ti, ta, pi, ka, ta, ka, pat. Getting the third bar to fit into like whatever you do in your first two bars is you've sent out this timeline. And the third bar just needs to sneak into it. And it's really hard to do. This is like one of the hardest things in the repertoire. Well, for this kind of thing. So you have to kind of hear the dum bakati, dum pika taka paka, whatever tempo you want in the third bar, you've got to audiate it and plan the head. So before you play, would you just kind of hear the first three bars in your head until you find the perfect tempo? Because there is a perfect tempo, and then you just get to ride the wave. Crescendo, dee da dee da dee da dee. Keep going to anime. Oh God, I yelled and it echoed. I'm so sorry. Nice. How did that feel to you?
More grounded, I think. Like definitely more just.
Seamless,
Like,
right?
Yeah.
It's
exactly.
like you kind of entered. It's like you kind of entered the jet stream, and you just, and so then there's this sort of sense of peace and well-being, and sort of becomes bigger than you. So
Yeah.
the piece isn't about Jack playing, but it's about sort of the music existing on its own. And the other thing that happened that time that was really nice, and I think that's what he intends is there's the anime and actually and read the délicatement right at the beginning, et presque sans nuance. What does that mean?
Sorry, you sort of cut out. I didn't hear it.
And it was my really bad French accent, so you probably didn't understand. It's in the third bar of the score, the délicatement et presque sans nuance. What does that mean to you?
Delicate and also sort of still, like motionless almost.
Still. So I think that's what we're talking about in terms of just this seamless, timeless line that unfolds. So, and it's really natural, and it's actually really moving. This is a case where less is more.
Okay.
Yeah, really very, very effective. And then what happened was then you went into the animé un peu, and then it just sort of kept going into the toujours animé. So it's almost like I'm not even aware that you're getting faster, but it's just sort of happening. We're just being pulled forward. Okay, so all of that is very nice. Can you go from so can you see my score? Can you go from here? The T, P. So Jack, just before you start, remember the thing that you did where you audiated kind of the line? So audiated is where you were sort of imagining that pulse. So get that set first and then just join it. Because it's a little bit different, I think, than when we start and then we start to shift a little bit. And there's a wind picking up, right? Like it's just, so it's this, yeah. So feel like, oh my gosh, I'm echoing. So feel like this wind is picking up. Maybe when you started, it's a hard place to start because it's hard to pick up the right tempo there. But it's like if you're a little bit faster, I think. Dee da 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 dee to pa ka dee da dee da dee da da. Can you start from then again? Then and then the anime just sort of feel like this. It's like this wind is carrying you forward. So it's just barely nothing. You're not doing anything. It's just blowing you forward. That's better. Keep pulling forward for D. D, da, D. Keep going, keep going. Da, D, keep going. It keeps going. Keep going. Good. Yeah, that's the idea, Jack. So just at the end there, it was a really big retardando, and so that's another thing where the wind has sort of moved you forward. You want the wind to just sort of resettle you down. You did a pretty big retardando, and so that's something that you can kind of make. So overall, like if I think of this whole piece, it's like this plane that goes like this. And when it picks up, it only picks up like this much. And when it slows down, it only just this much. And it's like that thread, and it's just a whiff, and then just a puff, and then a whiff. I'm going to fall off the stage at some point. But so that's the idea, if you can kind of send it, because your colors are gorgeous. And so it's just kind of a matter of finding that thread to carry you. So at the, if we could jump right, whoops, sorry. When you get a big a nice forte. Your tone is really beautiful. Can we go to, let's go to the end, you know, the third, actually, let's do the climax. Can you go from page, do I have the same score as you if I say
Yes.
page 5?
Yeah.
Let's go somewhere on page 5 that's comfortable, and so you're sort of dee da dee da dee da dee. So get the dee da 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 dee. Because you're so far away, are you, because we actually sound together here, don't we, sort of? But maybe he can't hear me. So can you hear me going 1? So basically what I'm doing is conducting the big half beats, like 2 big pulses per bar. Dee da dee da dee da dee da dee da dee da dee ba pee ya da dee da dee da. So that way you can just kind of keep it. So sometimes I'm hearing the quarter notes and it slows you down a little bit. So you might think, yeah.
When I play, it sounds like I can hear you, but it's like a half second away.
That's really funny. So you're getting, so it must be really annoying for me to be conducting you. I'm really sorry about that. But you get the idea of the half note, because if you can use those to kind of pulse you forward. So this isn't really very easy to do. So if on another day we want to finish this session, I'd be happy to do that in person. But it was really nice to hear you. Thank you. And we'll see you soon. Bye. We'll see you soon. So then we have Liam. Right? Is Liam here?
Hello?
Hello. Oh. Should I put this down? Oh, I'm not going to be able to. I'll break my back. Sorry. enjoyed that very much. I look forward to hearing it in person. Can you hear me? Hi. I look forward to hearing it in person because I have a feeling that anything that I'm going to say today is... You can? Okay. But I'd love to hear you in person at some point because I have a feeling that anything that I'm going to say today is probably would be more evident if you were right here in the room. So if I have anything to say, I think it's maybe two things. One is that if you think longer phrases, as long as possible, that you might save the crescendos a little bit more so that there's a kind of a building of emotional intensity that happens in just reining things back. So by the time the climax happens, it's really powerful. In general, how long are you thinking your phrases? Are you kind of a 4-bar phrase kind of person, or are you a 24-bar phrase kind of person?
I think it depends. I definitely agree that I need to think longer, and I think one of the challenges is that sometimes the phrases get broken up into really small sections, and then I see them as being small when I need to string them together more.
I think that will probably answer a lot of, yes, I completely agree. So sometimes I hear, this is, like the screen is in the way, sometimes I hear you do sort of 8-bar phrases, and then I just when I want you to keep going, you start again. So that's what I'd like to work on a little bit. There are times when once you're at the top of a climactic point, I want you to sustain a little bit more. Let's take it from the beginning and just sort of, from the beginning, can you give me a big, so now we're talking more of like paragraphs, because we're really talking long. What would you say? So once you start, you burst out of the, there's an explosion out of the start gate, right? And then how long are you sustaining in terms of big section? How long? Can you tell me where you're going to?
I think that, honestly, I can think of it as almost one big phrase until the forte when it comes back, and then that's like a new beginning.
So the forte, do we have the same score? So at the beginning of the second page, you mean?
So the forte, do we have the same score? Yeah. Right, yeah.
Okay. Would you consider up...
Bit of delay.
I know, we're hearing it too. It's like a 2-minute delay, so it's really weird. I wonder if I can convince you to carry through that forte, through the next hushed piano section, over the marcato and ritardando until the fourth system. Okay? Can we try that? So I think what that does is that it doesn't make quite so much of that first, this forte, but it'll carry over that huge section. Okay, the other thing is, out the start gate, how are you thinking of the rest before you start?
Yeah, I really wasn't, to be honest. So I guess I need to feel that so that it plays the downbeat at the right time.
Yeah, and I think what it is there's more energy in that rest that will help you. So the dian daga 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 daga, right? So it's like you almost entered a little bit gently, and I think it's one of those explosions that really can pop out at us. So can you use the rest? Boom, daga 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 daga. I really sound silly, don't I? Oh my gosh. That's, yes, exactly. A 2-minute delay on the yeah. There's an emotional power that comes out. The longer, this is so bizarre. So the longer you think the phrase, I think what happens is you say, it's like taking a rubber band and stretching it and stretching it and stretching it. Just when you think it's going to break, you keep stretching it and you keep stretching it. And then that's how you build that emotional intensity. So already we can feel it through the speakers at 2-minute delay, and it really is making an impact. So good job. So you know that rubber band idea? I have a feeling that in your, so I'm on the first page, and I'm down sort of in the, oh no, wrong place. I'm down sort of in the last 3 systems of the first page, and I think there's a way of keeping the dynamic down, like it's good that you're saving the crescendo, but maintaining that sort of elasticity and sustaining through those lines, because you sort of lost a little bit, you know, it's like it became too heavy. And then as you went over the forte, it helped you. But I think that's going to be key, where you carry through the quieter dynamics. So it's like really think of it as an elastic band that just goes on and on and on and on. Would you do it one more time? The opening was much better. It has the jian, da 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 da, was really, I think that really helps us, and it sounds like it helps you too. Take it one more time, and then start the new phrase, and we'll. Yeah, it's really great. It's kind of disappointing for the yes to come so late, but yes, really, really exciting. So it's really good. So then you have to be smart, because that's only the first of about 5 or 6 of these long phrases.
Right.
This is hysterical. So then you need to kind of pace that too. Let's take just one more of the long, long phrase. So starting from now there, it changes character, and then can you tell me how long you're thinking?
Let me see. I think the next phrase starts with the mezzo forte, so like.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like a new beginning.
Yeah. So this is actually one of the shorter phrases in some ways. Like it's going to, I don't know, it's about 16 or 18 bars. So basically the rule of thumb is the longer the phrase, the greater the buildup of the intensity. So I think the first one can be because you're kind of exploding out the gate, and it can really build. And then this phrase doesn't have as much of that elasticity, but if you think of it all the way through there, then let's talk about the next phrase then, the mezzo forte. Where does that one take you to?
Maybe to the piano on page 6. So like.
Yeah, totally agree. So then these two middle phrases aren't super, super long. So that I think that sort of tells you that that's where you can kind of bide your time a little bit. And then you're saving it for the later phrases, which do start to get longer and longer and longer. Yeah? So let's take a couple of those. I know I have to let you go in like 2 minutes, but take the second phrase and just take us now. I think this is going to really work. It was a pleasure to meet you by Zoom. I hope the next time with both Jack and Liam will be in person. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night. Stay safe, and we'll see you at some point. Thanks, everybody.